Now that you know we can rebuild your strength without wrecking your knees, you might be asking, but doctor, doesn't every fitness magazine tell me I must squat to stay independent? If you are living here in Florida or in any active adult community, you hear it all the time. Use it or lose it. You go to the community center and the well-meaning trainer tells you to drop into a deep squat. But here is the dirty secret of senior fitness. For the over 60 body, the squat is often a trap. It is a high-risk, low-reward movement. Why? Because by the time we reach retirement, our meniscus, the shock absorber in the knee, has thinned out like a worn brake pad on an old car. When you force a deep knee bend under gravity, you aren't strengthening the muscle, you are grinding bone against bone. You are trading long-term mobility for a momentary exercise. And the tragedy is, when the squat hurts, you stop exercising altogether. You think your body is broken. It isn't. You are just using the wrong tool for the job. But if we banish the squat, how do we wake up the body's biggest engine, the glutes, without grinding your knee cartilage into dust?
To answer that, think of your body like this classic car. The glutes are the powerful V8 engine. The knees and lower back are the transmission system. A squat is a compound movement. It asks the engine and the transmission to work together. But for a 20-year-old, the transmission is no. For us, the gears are worn down. When you force a squat, your worn gears, your knees and back, often fail and scream in pain long before the engine, your glutes, even gets warm. Doctors call this specific failure gluteal amnesia. After decades of sitting in cars and on couches, your brain has literally forgotten how to dial the glutes. The signal is lost. When the glutes don't fire, the body panics. It recruits the closest available muscle to do the lifting, your lower back. That creates a compensatory pattern. That nagging ache you feel right above your belt line, that isn't usually a bad back. That is an exhausted back doing the job of a sleeping butt. So, we need to change the strategy. We need to stop using the whole car to warm up the engine. We need to isolate the glutes. We want to surgically target the muscle without putting a single ounce of pressure on your meniscus or your spinal discs. We call this joint-sparing activation. To bypass the knees completely, we need to flip gravity on its head and start from the safest place possible, the floor or even your bed. Now that we are in a safe position where gravity isn't crushing your knees, you might be asking, how do I wake up a muscle that has been asleep for 20 years? We start with the anti-gravity glute bridge. It is the single most effective way to strengthen the powerhouse of your body without putting a single ounce of load on your spine. Lie on your back with your knees bent, but before you lift even an inch, we must fix the #1 mistake seniors make, arching the back. I want you to imagine you're trying to crush a grape underneath your lower back. Tilt your pelvis back and press your spine flat against the floor. This engages your abs and protects your discs. Now, keeping that grape crushed, drive through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling. Do not push with your toes, push with your heels. Squeeze your glutes hard at the top. Imagine you are pinching a coin between them. Hold it. 1, 2. Notice how your knees feel? They feel nothing. That is the magic of isolation. If you feel a cramp right here in the back of your leg, your hamstring, it means your feet are too far away. Slide your heels closer to your bottom and try again. Perform 10 of these bridges every morning before you even get out of bed. It pumps blood directly into the hip socket and lubricates the joint for the day ahead. This movement builds the exact strength you need to stand up from a deep sofa or get out of a low car seat. It restores the thrust that aging takes away. Now that you've built the vertical horsepower to lift your body against gravity, we need to address the #1 cause of falls, lateral instability, or the side wobble. Now that we have built the engine to push you up with the bridge, we need to fix the steering that keeps you straight. Because power without stability is just a fall waiting to happen. You might notice that when you walk, you have developed a bit of a waddle. You sway side to side like a penguin. This happens because walking isn't just moving forward, it is a series of one-legged balancing acts. When you lift one foot, the muscle on the side of your standing hip, the gluteus medius, is supposed to fire instantly to hold your pelvis level. If it sleeps, your hip drops and your spine twists. To fix this, we use the clamshell. Lie on your side like you are watching TV in bed. Stack your legs, bend your knees, and glue your heels together. Now, keeping your heels touching, open your top knee toward the ceiling like a book opening, or like a clam opening its shell. Stop. Don't let your body roll backward. That is cheating. Imagine there is a wall right behind your back. Keep your hips stacked perfectly vertical. The moment you stop rolling, you will feel a deep, focused burn right here in the side pocket of your hip. It's a small movement, but it wakes up the stabilizer that prevents the waddle. Do 10 on the right side, then flip over like a pancake and do 10 on the left. Trust me, this muscle is likely weak and it will get tired fast. That is a good sign. Once this muscle is strong, you won't need to sway to keep your balance. You will walk like a soldier, not a penguin. You have upward power and side-to-side stability. But to truly reclaim your stride and walk faster, we need to activate the push-off mechanism.
Now that we've secured your side-to-side balance with the clamshell, you might be asking, how does this help me walk faster so I can keep up with my grandkids? The reason you slow down as you age isn't just cardio, it's mechanical. Your hips get tight in the front, preventing your leg from swinging back. This forces you to take tiny, shuffling steps. To break those breaks and lengthen your stride, we use the kitchen counter kickback. This is pure hip extension, the exact movement required to push your body forward. Stand tall at your counter. Keep your knees straight. Now, without leaning forward, squeeze your glute to lift your heel behind you. Think long leg, not high kick. As you kick back, two magical things happen. First, the glute fires to propel you. Second, the tight muscles in the front of your hip are forced to stretch and open up. Caution, do not arch your lower back to get the leg higher. That cheats the movement and hurts your spine. Keep your abs tight. The movement is small, maybe only 6 inches. If you feel a sharp squeeze right where your back pocket would be, you are doing it perfectly. Do 10 reps on each leg while waiting for your morning coffee to brew. It's the perfect hidden workout. When you combine these 3 movements, you stop exercising for a gym body and start training for a living body, one that moves freely without the fear of pain.
Now that you have the kickback for speed, the clamshell for balance, and the bridge for power, you might be asking, can I really throw away my squat routine forever? The answer is absolutely. You are saving your limited knee cartilage for the things that actually matter, like walking the beach or dancing at your granddaughter's wedding, rather than wasting it on a gym mat. This triad, the bridge, the clamshell, and the kickback, gives you 100% of the glute benefits with 0% of the joint grinding. It is the smarter way to age. When you isolate the engine, you protect the transmission. You build a body that lifts you out of a chair effortlessly and catches you if you stumble. You don't need to feel the burn in your knees to know it's working. You just need to feel the strength in your stride. So skip the squats. Hit the floor, hit the counter, and wake up those glutes. Your knees will thank you for the rest of your life. I'm rooting for you. I'll see you in the next episode.